Hi everyone, it's Michael here at the Creativity Hub with our first video update on the Untold Adventures Await Kickstarter campaign. To everybody who has backed so far, thank you very much indeed for being wonderful and beautiful early adopters. If you haven't backed yet, maybe this will give you that little push that you need in order to visit the page, check out the campaign, and help us make Untold a reality. Now, today's video is all about showing you what we have planned for Untold from a production standpoint. So if you've seen the prototype, if you have seen the photos, the videos that we've done with it so far, you'll know that things like these scene cards, which look like this, they are like cards. They will not be cards in the final version. As a matter of fact, the final version is going to look quite different to the kind of things that you might have expected. This is our white box. This is the production proof without any thing on it. And inside this are all the components that will be in the final game, just completely blank. This gives us our idea of how heavy it's going to be, what sort of thickness the various tiles and board and stuff will be, because oh yes, tiles and board. It makes a fine old noise when you slam it onto a table, and that is because this box is packed full of stuff. Want to have a look at it? Let's go for it. Taking off the lid, this is what you will find. There is a massively large board, which we'll have a proper look at in a moment. Yes, I did just drop it, so these are all over the place. There are super thick scene tiles. There are reaction cards. There are toolkit cards. There are... these will be the icon cards. So yeah, when we say it's a blank thing, it is literally a blank version of everything you're going to get in the game. We are using one of our advanced sets of Adventure Time story cubes here as well. So yeah, if you've not seen those before, there's a little preview for you. It'll come with a little sort of like dice rolling tray as well, which will be of much thicker card than that. A couple of tear-off pads. One will be the adventure journals, one will be the hero sheets. Which ones? I can't tell you, because they're not printed yet. Of course, the main thing I wanted to show you all today are the scene cards and the board. So the idea is, and these are sort of like mock-ups of what the final ones will look like. They will of course be fully printed instead in the final version. So what will happen is you will put your story cubes in these spaces so they do not jostle around. You can nudge the table quite significantly and they will not go anywhere. We also have this sort of like central playboard. You'll remember this is the one that we have for our prototype. These though will go directly into a die-cut board with recesses for all of them. So I'm going to show you how that works right now. So this is, of course, again, the white version, no art. This will soon be covered from left all the way over to the right in beautiful, brilliant art from our very own Rob Dalton here in the office. And yeah, the different scene cards, like I say, not cards, they're massive chunky tiles, will fit into these slots here. So let's show how that's going to work, shall we? So this is going to be like, here's our danger card. And of course, you know, you choose your 5 at the start of play, you have them all face down and reveal them one by one as you continue. Here is our intrigue. Then we go on to our confrontation. Then revelation, and finally the epic showdown. So yeah, they are really, really thick tiles. They will actually be thicker. The final ones will be thicker than this. These just have the current images sort of stuck on the back. Super classy, and they will actually be way, way thicker than this, an extra sort of like millimeter at the bottom of that, just to give them even more stability, and then the images will show through. The other images, for example, like this captured symbol, the "you have been captured," those will of course be printed on the top, and any links and paths and the different things saying how many questions you have and how many actions you have Those will of course be printed on the face of the cards. It's just the recessed bits that will have the dice images in underneath. So let's have a look. Let's grab some of the Adventure Time story cubes. Ooh. Shake them up and let's put them in different spaces. Ooh, it's Piggy. So Piggy can be our threat. We can be in a mystical forest in the land of Ooh. And yeah. They have, of course, a little room for movement, just so you can, get them out easily enough, like that. So you just have the little recessed holes there. But the cubes do stay in. You give it a good nudge, that thing's not really going to go anywhere. Very, very good indeed. So let's just dot these around. Put these into different spaces. Last ones. Gunther, of course, our major threat. And yeah, shaking them around, yes, they have a little bit of movement, but they are going nowhere. So yes, you will have 6 different cards or tiles for each one of the 5 different scenes. So 30 of these thick cut tiles, all custom made, all custom cut, with art, of course, custom art all over it, just to make it look even more awesome. And they will then go into this super thick board. I want to see how far I can tilt it without them all falling. There goes the first one. So yeah, it's a thick board. I believe that is 4mm punch. So yeah, it's really, really sturdy, really, really big, and it will look amazing when you have all of your story cubes dotted around during your game of Untold. So there you go. That's pretty awesome, and the actual final tiles will be even thicker than this. When we get the actual final white box version, we will of course show it to you guys. And yeah, we're really, really proud of this. This is going to be a beautifully put together game. The game really lends itself to multiple plays, to going back again and again, and we wanted to make sure that the component quality would match up to that completely. This is not going to be one of those campaigns where you see sort of like upgrades of component quality as stretch goals. We are going for 100% pure quality production from the very, very beginning. Of course, this means that it's a heavy game. That's why the shipping can be a little bit expensive, especially if you're outside of the US or Europe. But we assure you it's going to be worth it. The shipping will mean that your games will arrive within a couple of days, guaranteed, of them actually shipping from our hubs. And yeah, we hope that that has sort of given you a good idea as to kind of the level of quality that you can expect from Untold Adventures Await. Once again, thank you very much indeed for backing the project. And if you have any comments or questions, you can leave them in the comments below this video on the update, or of course on the main comments on the Kickstarter page. If you'd like to follow us, you can do so on social media. On Twitter, we are at creativity_hub. We're also on Facebook, of course, as well. Until the next update, we will see you soon. Bye bye.